Hi. So it is 8:19 on December 17th, which is only actually one day past my original, okay, like my revised deadline over, I don't know. I think I said at the end of November that I was really shooting for this December 14th through 16th, like 3 day window. And then my plumbing went haywire last week and I lost like 4 days of writing. I could have been done like on Sunday. But it's okay because I finished. It's over. I'm done. The first draft is done. When I say like I just finished, I mean I literally have just finished compiling the full draft. I've just put it into Word. I'm taking a quick look. I don't even know how long it is in Word because the way that I've been doing my word count is I had a word count in Scrivener, which counts like everything, including lyrics, song lyrics at the top of the chapter headings, and so like that's a decent amount of words. And then it also like sometimes the word count just gets a little weird. So in Word, it's like in Scrivener, it's like 100, it's 880K. In Pacemaker, where I keep on pace and make sure I'm meeting like my goals, it's about 176, which is still fine. And I don't know about page count, so let's load it up and see how it worked out. And it's still trying to figure out just how long it is. Like it's just, I finished it, and I am a little loopy right now, but it's still counting the page. 495 pages and 184,000 words according to Word. I think it's the longest first draft I've ever written that isn't Mad World. And I think I don't think we can count Mad World because Mad World's just like not normal. Okay, so now that we are in this moment and I am here and it's done, do I feel like I look as tired as I feel. Like I have so much I want to unpack from writing this particular draft. I think that this is probably the best first draft I've ever written. And you guys have now seen, you guys have seen a lot of the first drafts. Like, I think you've seen the first draft from the both Mad Worlds, I think, and you've seen Broken Girl, and you've seen, like, so you've seen a lot of my first drafts. So you guys can tell me. I think it's probably one of the best ones I've ever written. And that has a lot to do with just how much effort I put into discovery, how much I knew about the story going into it, and just like how open I was to the things that changed as I went along the way. So let's talk about like what I plan to do now that it is done. It is 8:22 here. I'm going to go to bed around 10 because I have to get up and teach tomorrow. But I don't have to write tomorrow, and I am so excited. I love writing, but I've been going like balls to the wall in the story for the last, like, since Sunday. No, when was I have been writing literally every day for the last week. Since last Thursday, I have written 8 chapters, and I have written almost, oh, I couldn't even tell you. I've written like 50,000 words just in the last week. Like I did so much of the work just this last week. I think I finally hit that moment in the story where things were just clicking. And there were definitely days where like I would have written another chapter if I could have started writing at 1 and not at 5 or not at 6. So I'm really looking forward to just taking a minute and like letting it sit and not writing tomorrow. Like I can't believe I don't have to write tomorrow. I'm so excited. So I am, as I said, I've stated everywhere, I'm going to be taking off from today, from like literally from the moment I end this live stream. Sorry, Sasha has missed me all day. I have been at my computer basically all day doing this. I am taking off from literally the moment I end this live stream until December 31st, in the sense that I do not plan to post anything at Crimson Glass. I'm going to post like hey, we're done. Here's the rope. Like there's things I'm going to do, but nothing creative. Like you are not getting flash fiction. I don't think, like, and Ange will probably set me on fire because like I told her, like, make sure I don't do anything. Like I am not planning to do anything like super creative over the next couple of weeks. This has been like a really wild journey with this draft. The day before I started it, I started a new job, and then quarantine, and then remote teaching, and like it. And I've been saying it all along, like everything about this draft should have gone off the rails. This book should have been canceled. Like this book should not have worked. I should not have been able to finish it in 78 days. But I did, and I'm really excited to look at what made that possible, like what made it that I just didn't this book didn't fall apart, because this is the second time I've tried this draft. Like I wrote this last year and I only got like 10 chapters in before it didn't work. And I think that there are spaces in here where I almost felt that way once or twice, but it didn't I didn't let it take over the way I did last year. And of course, I mean, I'm tremendously glad that I rewrote it and that I revisioned it, because I think, and you guys have read those first 9 chapters, like you guys liked it. So let me know what you think. I think that this is a much better approach. So on January 1st, I'll start editing, and I'll get a sense that first week of what I need to do and what needs to be changed. And once I know how much work I have to do with edit it, that's when I'll be able to say when in February everybody else is going to get it. When are you guys on Patreon going to get it? So if you are a $7 or $10, top tier, you guys have all the chapters. On Monday, everybody who is $3 and above will get their alpha draft. So I just want to have enough of a lead time so people who are paying more get a little bit of more time to get more of a, exclusive. I still have to revise the Patreon tiers. It ended up not happening the way I wanted it to this month because, plumbing took all of my life, and then remote teaching. It's been a month. So that's like, I'm going to do that over the break. I am going to be working on the beta draft for Mad World planning. Like, I'm going to be planning over the break, but I'm not writing. I'm not standing at my desk for 3 hours writing every day. Like, I'm going to toss 25 minutes of something a day. Like, that's the amount of work I want to do for the next couple of weeks. And the only other thing I want to talk about with the draft is just like, I always like to take a minute when I'm finished a draft to say, okay, having just finished it, where are the things I feel like at the moment that I'm going to need to work on? Like, what do I know is a problem? And like, what do I feel like are going to be like the snagging points? And I can tell you I have 2 big problems. And that's because 2 characters pretty much disappear halfway through the story. And you guys aren't going to care about that because you don't like those characters anyway. Kim and Franco basically disappear. And it's mostly because I knew that they weren't going to play a huge role in the story. They were just going to be in the background. So I didn't spend a lot of time figuring out where to put them. I knew I could do that in revisions. I thought, like, you know what? I really just want Franco lurking in a scene here. And I don't really have a place for him to lurk, but he needs to be somewhere. So I'll figure that out later. And Kim is just going to be like in the background. So I just need to add her in the background. So like, those are things that need to happen. Other things that need to happen is about halfway through the story, I decided to do something different with Carly. And I am very happy where Carly went with the story and where she's going to go in book 2 and where the Jason and Carly and Elizabeth and all of that is going. But the thing is, I didn't know that I was going to do that. So we need more Nell in the first half of the book. We need a little bit more Carly and Nell and Michael and all of that in half of the book. I need to reset that relationship a little bit just because I think it follows a pretty natural through line, but I think I could hit it harder and make it better. So that needs to be worked out. There's a thing I did with Monica that I am so excited to do because I think it's going to do a thing for Drew that the show never bothered to do, which was to give him a story that was his own. Crazy idea. So I did that with Monica, but I didn't know I was going to do that until I did it. So in the first half of the story, she's probably a little bit different than she is in the second half. So I've got to play with that. So like, those are some character beats I know I have to look at. I did not understand Sam until the last 8 chapters. Like, I kept thinking I was getting closer and getting closer and getting closer to her POV, and I never quite hit it. I finally got there, but I do feel like she's a little bit all over the place in the whole draft because, like, as we've talked about incessantly, or I've talked about it incessantly, Sam's not a real character. She doesn't actually have character traits that drive her because the show never bothered. They just change her based on whatever they want her to do. So that makes it really tough when you're someone like me who, like, picks a thing that they like about a character to write it. But, like, I require character traits to write a character very well. So I finally got where I needed to go with her, but I think she needs a little bit of, I think I need to trace her through lines to see where we are. I want more Curtis because I ended up making him like a really kind of interesting part of Drew's story. And I think we just need more of them. But by and large, like, if you'll notice, like, most of that sounds good. Like, most of that doesn't sound like big changes. It's story beats. It's things I would do in a third draft. Like, it's things I would worry. It's like, it's character stuff that I don't normally, I'm not going to be spending a lot of time reworking huge chunks of the story because mostly what we're missing is maybe a scene here. Like, the beginning of the story needs some work, and that's fine. The beginning always needs work. That's just like, it takes you a minute to get where you need to go. And the timeline's a little fuzzy in the first few chapters. I need to work down on that a little bit. I think I have Jason showing up on a Sunday, but I also have a chapter where Danny's in school. So, like, it's things like that. I just need to, and I need to, like, do more danger for Jason. Like, I need to put him in a little bit more danger with like, there are just things I need to do to tighten up what I ended up doing with the rest of the story. But we're not looking at, like, a Mad World massive, like, change. And I'm not even looking at Broken Girl where I ended up adding, like, 8 chapters. Like, I just don't think that it's going to require that kind of work. I think a beta draft, once I reconstruct it, I think a beta draft is going to take about a month. I think a posting draft is going to take about 2 weeks. I think we're looking at a February 16th, February 23rd date. Like, I'm not going to miss February. So that's great, considering I ended up taking an extra 2 weeks and I'm not going to miss my publication date. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like I really feel like we should talk about right now. Like it's always like I like to sit and think about right now, where do I think the story is? And then I'll go and read it. And then I'll see if that's where the story actually is. And maybe I'll have completely different ideas. Maybe I'll find that Sam actually does track pretty well. I don't know. I haven't reread the story. And because I wrote it over 78 days, I don't remember most of it, which is good, because the idea of taking off this time and not going right into revisions is I want to be able to revise it with like a fresh eye. I want to be able to look at it like for the first time. And it's going to feel that way because there are going to be days on my break where I don't even come into my office, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for that. Like, I have spent every day in my office since I started this job. Every day I have started my day at this computer, and it's a lot, and I cannot wait to just be like done with it for a little while. So Fool Me Twice, it's done. The first draft is done. Like, it's just, I keep saying it. And I think it's like, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe I don't have to boot my computer up at 6 o'clock tomorrow and write for 2.5 hours. Like, it's wild that I don't have to do that tomorrow. I'm so excited. All right. I really don't have anything else. I just want to I'm really excited, and you guys are so important, such an important part of this whole journey for me. And I want you guys to see, like, I love writing, and this is how I feel after 2.5 hours. I wrote like 4,900 words today, and as excited as I am to have written it, I'm also so excited to be done. I'm gonna go take off my makeup. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm already in like my night clothes, so sorry I don't look as put together as I normally do. I didn't know. I can't believe I can't believe it's done. I can't believe I wrote 3 novels this year. And if you count the fact that there's Mad World book 4 like chilling somewhere in revisions. Like, I wrote 4 books this year. 2020, man, this is a wild year. All right, I will see you guys. Bye.